Go ahead, Caitlin.
The White House has said that President Biden wants to look ahead to a return to normal in his speech tonight, but how does he do that while also striking the balance that 1,500 Americans on average are still dying from coronavirus every single day?
You're absolutely right, Caitlin, that his objective is to strike exactly that balance. And this is one of the reasons that he has been line editing the speech for the last week plus to ensure that he is conveying, that he is leveling with the American people, that he is delivering on his commitment to being truthful about the challenges that we continue to face, what is going to be required of the American public to get to a return to normalcy, as you conveyed. But he also wants to provide a sense of hope and what's possible if we abide by the guidelines, if when you have access to a vaccine, you get the vaccine, what people can look forward to. And so that is exactly the balance that he is hoping to strike tonight.
So should we expect concrete steps and policy changes in this speech tonight?
I think you can expect, this is his first opportunity, prime time, of course, to really speak directly to the public. We all have a conversation about a lot of these issues every single day. Most millions of Americans out there are living their lives, some of them, dealing with their kids in school, getting their jobs done, et cetera. And this will be an opportunity for many people to really tune in and hear from him on his plan, on what his team has done to date, what steps they've taken, an update since he took office, but also concrete steps he wants to take moving forward. There will be some news in the speech, but it is really about laying out clearly and for the American public what steps he's taken, what his team will do, and what is expected of them as well.
And since he's just signed this bill, has he decided who is going to oversee the implementation of it? And then on the ceremony tomorrow, you have some Republican senators who did not vote for this bill now touting parts of it. What is President Biden's response to those Republicans like Senator Wicker?
Well, we invite them to work with us on the agenda moving forward, because clearly the bill that the president just signed into law is something that the American people are excited about, that people will benefit from as soon as this weekend, as we conveyed. And we are hopeful that as the president talks about his Build Back Better agenda, has more meetings with members of Congress, we'll have more people on board from both sides of the aisle.
And regarding who's overseeing?
We are, as I mentioned yesterday, the president absolutely is committed to having a person who is running point on it. I don't have any personnel announcements today.
One last question on the border. The administration has refused to call it a crisis, instead of referring to it as a challenge and saying what you call it doesn't make a difference of how you're responding to it. But now today there are over 3,700 children, unaccompanied migrant children, in Border Patrol custody. They're spending on average over 100 hours, 4 days, in these facilities that are jail-like facilities not meant for children. So how can you say that's not a crisis?
Well, I think what Ambassador Jacobson and Secretary Mayorkas were conveying, and what I've conveyed, is it doesn't matter what you call it. It is an enormous challenge. It is something that is front and center for the president. I noted yesterday, he had what is a regular meeting, but he had a briefing yesterday on the trip to the border. And there are a number of, while there are no final policy decisions, there are a variety of actions under consideration, including identifying and assessing other licensed facilities that can help add safe capacity for these children, relaunching, as we talked about over the last couple of days, the Central American Minors Program, accelerating the unification of children with vetted families, family and sponsors, steps like embedding HHS and ORR in the earlier parts of the process. So, the president is very focused and very in the weeds on the operational details here, and on taking and pushing his team to take every step that can be taken to address exactly what you noted, Caitlin, which is the fact that children should not, these Border Patrol facilities are not made for children, that we are focused on expediting the time they spend there, that these HHS shelters are not meant for permanent living, for anyone permanently living there, that we want to expedite the timeline between when kids cross the border and when they are getting to sponsor homes. So our focus here is on getting to the root of the issues and taking actions, and we don't feel the need to play games with what it's called.
But aren't those the steps that you would take if it was a crisis that you had on your hands?
These are the policies we're taking to address what we feel is a vital, human challenge at the border, but what our responsibility here is to do is to project and convey what policies we're taking, what the president's commitment is. That's exactly what we're doing, and we don't see the need to put new labels. Go ahead.
Jen, thank you.